year earlier than Hull KR, and honours have been pretty even between the two clubs ever since. There's been 8 meetings on French soil against Hull Kingston Rovers, and it's 4 wins apiece. But the momentum in the back end of that first half definitely swung in the way of Hull KR. 3 tries in 10 minutes, Burns with 3 super kicks. Bosk has only kicked 2. And so all to play for in the second half as Greg Eden gets us underway. And, well, everyone tipping, and it looked as though the tipsters were spot on in the first half. Everyone tipping a big Catalan Dragons victory. Not so now.
I think you've got to say that, you know, a lot of people perhaps thought that they would run out of steam, but you've got to give Craig Sandercock and the players a lot of credit for the way that they dug deep. You know, at 16-0 down, the heads could have gone down, they didn't. They made sure that the defence was solid, got back into it slowly but surely, and have produced something remarkable in the last 15 minutes of that first half.
But you still believe that perhaps Rovers could, as you said pre-match, they could run out of steam last 20.
It'll be interesting.
Not the best start to the second half with a penalty in the opening set of 6. So here come the Dragons again.
Well, they took full power, didn't they? The Catalan forwards, they were in control in the opening 15.
They'll be shell-shocked, Steve,
of this
at the
game.
moment.
Yeah, they are, and that's what they've got to lay the platform yet again and make sure that the likes of Thomas Boss, Leon Price can create something for their 3 quarters.
Well, here is Leon Price. Oh, a nice little dummy from Price. He's trying to weave his way through this defence. He gets to the 10-metre line. This on the back of that first penalty. Escaré gets it away to Zeb Tyre. That's a good defence from Jason Netherton. He still manages to get the ball away, though. Another set of 6 coming up here. Millard over in the corner. And this will be given, I think, but it might just be referred upstairs. Was there a foot in touch on the whitewash on the way to putting the ball down?
It was pretty close, heading, but good work on that short side.
Well, he knew he had to be brave when he got possession because he sensed that he was going to go low and be hit by 1 or 2. Has the ball away from the defenders in the left hand, knows where the sideline is, and although they come over and try their best, I don't think they prevent the try.
Well, just a question mark on his left knee. Is it on the line from behind? This will tell us. Does he get the ball down first? Oh,
Yeah, quite.
It's just dragging round.
Quite clearly, he's got it down, I reckon.
It's certainly a very close one. And this is all from a free play anyway. This ball was knocked on by Hull Kingston Rovers.
Yeah, it's a Hull KR knee that you can see there.
It is. I think you're right, Steve-O. I think this will be okay.
So have the Catalan Dragons wrested the lead back right at the start of this second half. Doesn't look too much doubt about that. So the referee is waiting for a word in the ear from Thierry Alibert, and the try is given. So it's swung back the Catalan Dragons' way at the start of this second half. Early penalty conceded, and Daryl Millard, the Fijian international, debut against Hull Kingston Rovers in February 2011 for the Catalan Dragons, has scored the first try of this second half. Rovers have to come from behind again.
Well, it took the advantage of that free play, came out of the line, and then they got the ball away, and this is the reason that it went back to another set of 6. But the free play, they don't need it.
Well, one of the things
went straight in.
They've been so successful in this game, and when they've been at the best in matches this season, when they've offloaded the ball and kept it alive. It is risky, sometimes they lose possession, but when it sticks and finds the man, they very often get over and find the points, and Daryl Millard delighted, I think, here now.
He'd be even more delighted if Thomas Bosk kicks this. Just half a metre in from touch. It's got a chance. It's Bosk's best kick of the night. From 16-18 down at half-time, within 2 minutes of the restart, the Dragons are ahead, 22-18.
And the scoreboard has followed the flow of possession. Whichever team have had the ball, if you remember that opening quarter, the Dragons had the majority of the ball and put the points on. Rovers came back and here now to start the half. Having the ball inside their opponent's half, as fatigue maybe sets in, teams aren't defending their own try line as well as they did perhaps in the round 9 fixture, and that's perhaps a tired and lazy kick that's only gone 20 metres.
Well, it really came out of the line, did the centre Liam Salter. Should have made the impact, but Zeb Taylor got the ball away, and you could see also that A.D. Gardner had gone missing, so gave the golden opportunity, and Millard took it with glee.
Maria will play the ball. Leon Price lays the pass off to Zeb Taylor again. Trying Thursday for the big fellow against London. They're trying the first win of 2014 against Huddersfield here last month. All Catalan in the opening 4 minutes of this second half.
That's power play.
Solid run from Lapini Paya.
Yeah, you get the big fellas going through, and this should be an accurate kick. Will they go for the bomb?
They have with Bosk. It's gone high. They're all chasing it. Eden has a look over his shoulder. The ball is claimed. It's flicked back, knock on, play on, says the referee, because Hull KR have got the ball.
It was a great ball, put under pressure, and what a great leap there by Michael Oldfield. Well, that was classic. Didn't get it in the end. That's great defence. That lifts your confidence.
Here's a penalty for LKR. Super League full-time with you tomorrow night at 6:30, Sky Sports 2. All the tries that have been scored in the First Utility Super League over the Easter holiday 2014, and there have been a ton of them, so the boys have got their work cut out for that.
Well, he just doesn't let go of him, does he, soon enough? It was a great tackle. The sort of defence we saw at the start of the match, that blitz defence where they were getting up and really closing down their opponents, but you do have to let go when the referee says it's held.
So here come Rovers now with Travis Burns, and he gets the ball away neatly, but Catalan Dragons come across and cut the options down. That was Liam Salter. Burns again. Here's Michael Wayman.
Well, to be fair, the Rovers attack in that first half, it came to light every time that Greg Eden, the fullback, launched himself into the three-quarter line.
Great ball from Laroya to Salter.
Took it well, didn't he?
He's picked up a bang as well, has Kevin Laroya. And he's back in the line now as Lovegrove gets the ball into centre field.
Interesting to see which kick they'll go for. Opt for the corner, perhaps. Yes.
That was played at. That's going to be 6 to go. Greg Eden, hope he's heard the call. He's looking at the referee. I think he has. He's got away from one would-be tackler. That was Vincent Duport. Can't get away from Muniz.
Yeah, it was a great kick into the corner. Okay, got the ricochet.
Carlisle to Burns. Here's Hodgson.
This is where they've got to utilise the double runner.
Carlisle again.
Use the foil.
Craig Hall, Greg Eden. They go wide and they're in with Caro. Second try for Amari Caro. I said before the match that there's never too much between these two sides. Never more than 8 points or less between them in the last 5 meetings.
Yeah, there's a kick from Craig Hall. It was Payer that got to it, knocked it down. And this is quick hands. Good pass, Travis Burns. Plenty of power. Watch that get through. And you could see they used Michael Wayman as the dummy runner. It's a ploy that Craig Sandercock has brought to this side. And they're utilising it well, and he's gone in for try number 2 for him.
Yes, and that's the 8th try of the Super League campaign for Hull KR's top try scorer, and he actually got a try on his Hull Kingston Rovers debut against Catalan Dragons round 1 last year. That was a 32-24 defeat, though.
And I really love the body language from the Hull Kingston Rovers players then, who jog back together quickly. They look really fresh, you know, and energy. I know they may be tired, but mentally this is a challenge that they seem to enjoy and want to take on now. They're buzzing here. They really are up for the contest and the remaining time here. They've got sense the chance for an absolute end to a brilliant Easter programme.
Well, he can kick the ball from the touchline, this fellow. And he's done so again, Travis Burns. Remember, he kicked one off the touchline to get a draw at Huddersfield for Hull Kingston Rovers in round 2 of the Super League this year. And he's put them back ahead.
Yeah, good work. The final pass was superb as well. He finished it off in good style, but what about the conversion right from the touchline? That could prove the difference.
Yeah, that'll give the men in blue a lift. Well, a little bit delayed because of a flurry of try activity. Graham Beecroft.
Well, Phil Clark made a very good observation there, because the message coming out of the dressing room at half-time, the Hull Kingston Rovers dressing room, was that full intensity was wanted right at the start of this half. 40 minutes to go. Let's give it everything was the message that Craig Sandicott put out. I can tell you that Justin Poore got a bang in his knee, on his kneecap, will not play any further part in the game. They're still assessing just how badly the damage is. But a good start to the second half by Hull Kingston Rovers, Eddie.
Yeah, good start to the second half, full stop, because the lead has changed hands 3 times in the 10 minutes either side of half-time. And Craig Hall is scrapped to the ground by Whitehead.
Oh, he nearly lost it then.
The kick from Travis Burns finds the ground, but also finds Morgan Escaray. This young man is dangerous. He's so quick. But Liam Salter did well then to deal with the threat. And Millard played the ball infield, and that's Duport who'll play it again to Escaray.
The Rovers are not lying down, and they are not going to give this up. I mean, it was a tremendous fight back.
No, this time last year they were embarrassed by Wigan at their own ground, and they don't want to be embarrassed here tonight. They'd love to go home with a perfect Easter behind them. That's a solid run again, though, from the big fellow from Lupini Paya. He turned 30 on Saturday. Bosch gets the pass away, and this is Anthony Maria. Bosch again under pressure from Wayman. This is high. Millard's after this. Gardner's underneath it. Gardner's lost it, but it went backwards. Travis Burns picks up the pieces.
Brilliant Travis Burns. And as soon as the kick went up, both him and Gardner moved quicker than any other player on the field. They set off knowing that they had to be near the action when the ball came down. And by being around the ball, they was there to take it. But this is going to be tough here now, because the Dragons have decided they're going to make it very painful for Hull KR to get out to this half.
The biggest problem that they're finding, though, the Catalan side, is that they're going for the big hit when really they should be concentrating. There's another one, but they should be concentrating, get the legs, make sure that they don't get any ground forward.
It's hard, though, when you want to be aggressive, which is what they've done. Look, they contain Rovers. This is a return here now. Look, already in the opposition half, Daryl Millard. What energy of players like Leon Price got here now to direct. See the stats here. You'd expect the Dragons to be just in front. They've made a few more breaks and far more meters. But at the moment, Rovers are riding their luck and well ahead.
Bosch, Lupini Paya.
Well, we saw this
3 to bring him down.
Eddie, we saw the skills in the first 15 minutes of Leon Price, and they need something from him again.
4 tackles gone this set of 6 for the Catalan Dragons as Garcia gets to his feet. Here is Price again, and Price bounces off one would-be challenge, runs laterally, gets the ball away. There's Bosch. Bosch then gets it to Pomeroy. Pomeroy wide, and it is Oldfield in the corner for his second try, and the lead has changed hands again. Catalan Dragons now take the lead.
That was very quick work indeed. But I mentioned the man standoff, Leon Price. He had to come up with something, and it was this jinking run that got him into it. Look at that, confused them. Got to remember, they pulled the defence out of the line. Good spin around, they got the overlap, and that's all you need. Good pass from Pomeroy, Oldfield in, they're back in front again.
This is a great try. 5 passes, and I think Elliot Whitehead's contribution to hit and turn and spin, release the ball, knowing that they do have players out wide who will finish, given the ball. Michael Oldfield, well, we've seen some brilliant tries this afternoon with the tries passing the ball, transferring it rapidly to men with pace out wide. Thomas Bosch asked now to try and replicate what Travis Burns managed to produce at the other end of the field just a few minutes earlier.
Well, we saw on Thursday the most competitive game of the Good Friday, Maundy, Thursday programme, with the Big City Derby ending in a 1-point victory for Rovers. There have been some blowout scores elsewhere in the First Utility Super League today. And here in the south of France this afternoon, this evening, we are seeing the most competitive match of Easter Monday. And the common denominator, Hull Kingston Rovers. Catalan Dragons have just taken the lead again. Christophe Jouffret, the chief executive here at Catalan, looking anxiously on and hoping that Thomas Bosch can do exactly what Travis Burns did just a few minutes ago. Kicked a belter off the touchline himself at the start of this second half to improve Millard's try on this near side wing. Can he do the same again now? over on the far side. 2-point ball game. If this goes over, the lead will be 4 points in the Dragons' favour. Can Thomas Boss kick this? And no, he can't. So it's the narrowest of margins between the two sides. 26-24, the Dragons.
And it needed something special, wasn't it? This is the end, as you can see. Pomeroy just sucked through Oldfield in for his second try. And you've got to just give a lot of credit to that Leon Price, who, you know, sometimes in a game, Eddie, he gets lost. But when he has to dig deep, that jinking run pulled the Rovers' defence out, and that's why they got the overlap.
Well, down to Brian Carney. Brian, credit these two teams because after an exhausting Easter programme, they're giving us a real good contest, aren't they?
They are, and you get the feeling, Eddie, watching this game from down here, there's more points in this contest. Leon Price just caught the kick-off. Steve-O's referred to him and his involvement in that previous try. I'm not sure about getting lost in games. The problem with Leon is you don't know what you're going to get sometimes. When he's on, he's as good as we've seen in a long time in the Super League. He's brilliant. He's got the ability, as he does now, get into dummy half, scoot, speed the game up. This is the Leon Price that loves to play, that wants to get in and wants to get involved. All too often, he just seems to take himself out of the game. There's almost a lack of interest. But when that isn't the case, like today, he's one of the best in Super League, no doubt about that.
Possible 40-20 here, but Gardner picks it up immediately. Is clattered by Millard.
Oh boy, he was a bit lackadaisical there, was Gardner. It turned out to be a good kick, didn't it? Right behind him. Gardner had not dropped down deep enough. Finally got there in the end.
Wayman takes it forward again for Hull Kingston Rovers.
Boy, doesn't he give him a good work rate? He really looks for the ball, takes it on.
Bruising defence again on show. Amari Caro hitting the deck. Here goes Wayman once more, straight into the chest of Zeb Taya. Last tackle here for Hull KR. I don't think Hodgson's heard the call. Maybe he has. He slips the pass to Burns. Burns eludes one challenge, gets the ball away. Here is Liam Salter. It's brave play, but that will be the turnover. They just lost the plot slightly there, and Leon Price injured in that tackle.
It doesn't look good. Does not look good at all. It looks like the shin. I think he collided with his own player. Well, they completely lost the plot. They kept it alive.
Well, he's just having an argument with the referee at the moment, saying the hand wasn't in the air to indicate it was the last tackle. The ref just said, listen, watch it later. It was in the air.
Oh, it definitely was by the official. But the big problem now is now will Price get... He's getting to his feet now.
Yeah, gingerly to his feet, though, just the same. And here is cast iron evidence that Phil Bentham did have his hand up in the air, went down as well. Now it's back up again.
That's normal when the referee's running around. He'll signal it when the ball is played, but you know it's difficult to run around with your hand in the air all the time, especially when you've got to start hitting your straps a bit.
Can't they run around with a hand in the air full time, Stuart? No.
It's pretty difficult, especially at the speed they have to run.
Steve-O does it with his hand in the air every time he's near a bar, don't you? You run easily.
Thank you.
Well, Leon Price, it was just a collision, really, and he's obviously in a bit of discomfort. But it's at the end of all that, it's the turnover.
Well, the Dragons have brought Jeff Lima back on, and people who've been watching them and working at the club have said that he's been very impressive. Was good last week in Thursday, and here now he's back on. Hull KR have got the hands full to cope with a big number 10.
Yeah, they probably had the most impressive spell of the match when Lima was on in the first half.
Yeah, it surprised me.
Here he is.
It surprised me they took him off, Eddie, but I'm sure that Lauren Fresneau will make sure he becomes and gets the impact.
Leon Price gets the ball away to Vincent Duport. Duport flings the ball back inside. Leon Price is there to tidy up. Knock on, says Josh Hodgson. Touch judge not interested.
Well, he lost control, but it went backwards, Eddie.
Lima again.
Yep, lost control, but facing his own sticks, that's fine. Got to be the kick here.
And it is high and wide from Boscan, very high. All claimed. Oh, and the ball is smuggled away. They're still on the last. Brilliant. Bosk, oh, and his pass in the end finds a blue jersey. And who does that jersey belong to? It is Neville Costigan. He's to the rescue, and here's a penalty now for Rovers that really does relieve the pressure. They're not happy about it locally.
No, but they've got it spot on. Well, this would have been a wonder try, wouldn't it? talk about panic and getting it away.
The reason it wasn't a wonder try, because that's wonderful defence. To get back and cope, we've seen them save a couple of plays. Eddie Gardner saved one in the first half. Made a massive effort here, haven't they, to stay alive in this match at times and to prevent an important try at that critical time.
Yeah, Morgan Escaré was definitely not standing square, hence the reason the penalty was given. And that is a relieving penalty for Hull KR, because they're now over halfway with Costigan. Gets it to Hall. Here is Eden. They're going wide. And this is Caro. Amari Caro's owing to the touchline, though.
And they didn't pull him. They pushed him, so that's A-OK. It'll be head and feet to the Catalan Dragons. And, boy, that is a good relief.
It's a costly error, isn't it? I think on the second play here of 6, he has to try and stay in the field. I know he does, but it's too late and too risky.
And nothing wrong with that, Stuart. No, that's perfectly legal, what we've just seen.
No, I think the Catalan winger was almost in a dragging position, but he just let go and let the other fellas drive him out.
Yeah, it was good play by the centre, Pomeroy. And Oldfield said, I better not get involved. I could have been deemed to have been pulling. Well, it's a relief for the Catalan coach. Just caught a glimpse of him. He must have been wondering at half-time what on earth happened. 16-0 up. The Rovers fought back. Went in with a 2-point lead at half-time.
And it is not over yet, this match. We've got 23 minutes remaining, and it's only a 2-point ball game in the Dragons' favour, and they are the team in possession with Escaré, who's trying to pinch a penalty.
Well, they're the team with momentum, aren't they? The speedier play of the balls, the team rolling forward. It's hard, but Hull are hanging on here, and the next time they get possession, they need to respect the remaining possession that they get in this game.
Leon Price, Escaré gets the ball away, there's space here, and it goes wide to Oldfield, and Oldfield with a kick to the middle. Gardner's underneath it, claims it well, does Eddie Gardner. Oh, and then he's clattered by Olivier Elema.
Boy, he didn't half hit him as well. That was good play by Oldfield. Again, the combination, you know, Ben Pomeroy and Oldfield, they're working well. That's a good take by Gardner. That's the experience from Eddie Gardner. He's been around a while.
Gardner in possession again as he plays the ball. Here comes Keil Carlisle. Yet to score, Keil Carlisle, not that man. This fella playing the ball now. It's his 26th appearance. Oh, look at this defence. It's cruel from Garcia and Lima. And Burns, no other option other than to kick high and long and down centre field. And the chase, a little laboured from the men in blue.
They took it well, though, didn't he, Michael Oldfield? And you can see quite a few of the Catalan players find it difficult to get back on side.
And well, we're approaching the danger mark in the match. The last 20 minutes. Duport's legs went up in the air, but he was put gently to the floor in the end. Pellissier, here's Lima again.
Change the whole attitude of this Catalan side now with Lima coming back on.
Pellissier, scampering little run.
Will they go for Caro again with a high kick?
Garcia will play it. Here's Price, he will go for the high kick. Here's another tester for Amari Caro. Oh, pinch! Whitehead! Caro, it went through his arms. Whitehead was underneath it. Not given yet. They're celebrating Elliot Whitehead's second try. Checking the onside. And Stuart, anything wrong with the take underneath the man in the air?
I don't think so. I think it was contested competitively. I think it was okay in the air. They're clearly onside there. So it's all down to the last bit, and I think that will be okay. Both players challenging for the ball, and Elliot Whitehead comes up with it. You can see they're both looking at the ball, and he manages to get it. He catches it cleanly. There's no knock on, and falls over the line. That's a good try.
Well, that's your version, Stuart, but of course it's Thierry Alibert who's the man with the red and green lights.
Yeah, it looks all right. They're probably looking at the fact that Pomeroy was involved. But again, they put the winger under pressure. They've done it all throughout this game. Omari Caro has scored 2 tries himself, but the biggest problem is they have put him under pressure with a high bomb yet again, and I think Whitehead has snatched this, and it should be given.
Well, they're not just checking the try scorer, they're checking the players who are in the mix as well. And Pelissier is moving forward pretty quickly.
Well, he's further than 10 metres. As long as he's not within 10 metres, then he's going to be fine. I think, you know, if it's 10 metres from where he catches it, not 10 metres upfield.
And
so,
it's the man immediately on the right of the screen. While Pelissier, and we've seen enough. Here comes the decision in the ear of Phil Bentham. The try is given.
Well, some of the kicks earlier, high kicks, haven't been accurate enough. To get it just before the try line is the perfect result. And you might remember a few years ago, he scored a couple of tries exactly the same as that whilst playing for Bradford at Wakefield. Again, we covered very skillful player to stay onside and then out-muscle the opposing winger. Amari Caro takes the ball, brilliant catch and very important try at this time in the match.
And this is the important factor. This is where the coaching comes into the sequence. They know that Caro's got the speed, but they also realise, and Laurent Fresneau realises that under the high bomb, Omari Caro can have problems, as we have just seen on that replay. He's had a big game as Whitehead, 2 tries tonight.
And he has had a big period of the season, has Elliot Whitehead, because we've just watched his 5th try in the last 2 home games. Hat-trick against Widnes, and he's on a hat-trick again here tonight. And that kick from Thomas Bosch increases the lead. 32 points to 24. Means Hull KR have to come from behind and score twice again. They're capable of it.
The Hull KR supporters will be hoping for it, but again, a great kick from Leon Price. He gets the distance exactly right and manages to just bring it short of the try line. Wonderful take by Whitehead. But if Hull KR supporters thought last Thursday was an enjoyable night when their team went on to win against Hull, this will be even more so if they won this game. To come back from behind here now in the final quarter, 8 points down, there is still a fighting spirit, but they need the hands on the ball.
They do need the hands on the ball. Eddie Gardner was first to that kick-off. And as soon as Zeb Taia got it, he was absolutely clattered to the ground. But the men from Perpignan now are starting to play with a little bit of flair. And what's more, they're getting penalties. But a high shot by Josh Hodgson.
Well, he's been around a long time as Hodgson.
Underneath the chin, round the throat.
No doubt about it. And then the grapple. Even if you release at the end, the impact is there. And that's given them another 35 metres downfield. They could finish it off here, could the home side.
Yes, 18 minutes. 18 minutes remaining. And then the Easter programme in the Super League will be over and done with for another year. And there'll be repercussions all over the place as to what has happened over the past weekend. And here's a great try from Benjamin Garcia. And they needed a last-ditch tackle from Josh Hodgson, and it was. Trying to clear the ruck, it's Pelissier. Pelissier gets the ball away. And it's going to be back to 1 in the tackle count, this.
Not the set of 6, that's for sure.
It's actually 7, because that's the 0 tackle. And here now is Pelissier. Zeb Taia. Taia gets it away to Vincent Duport. He's grounded by Liam Salter. Zeb Taia in at dummy half. He'll have a trundle forward, the big man. He'll take it at Wayman.
Well, in the likes of Price and Boss, they've got a kicker. So they'll be looking for another set of 6.
Pelissier to Lima. He nearly slipped the net of Travis Burns. Travis Burns is injured. He took a bang then. Pelissier again. Untidily it finds its way to Ellimer. It's good defence, this, from Hull KR.
Desperate defence as well. They needed it. Lovegrove made sure he couldn't offload.
Can they keep them out again here? Elliot Whitehead looking for his hat-trick. Down he goes. This is the last here for the Catalan Dragons. Morgan Escarret into the corner. It's going to be another set of 6. Caro got his hands to it.
And knocked on.
And knocked on.
They cannot believe it. They thought they'd escaped. Scrambling defence. Desperation.
Thing is, he takes this, Steve-O, he could easily be up the other end.
Yep.
There.
It was a chance.
Oh, he was looking at Escarret coming at him.
Yeah, and really, he only had Leon Price that could have got anywhere near him there.
Eddie, and your point, I guess, makes it even more important that Catalan can find the killer blow here, which would be another try. 8 points is still nervous territory here. They can find another try. I think you can guarantee this is a home win. But at the moment, they do need to find another score just to see off the threat of players like Caro or Eden, Gardner, with the pace they've got on a breakaway try.
Yes, so this is at least the third in a row set of 6 coming at this Rovers defence, and Pellicier's a live wire from the base of the scrum. Lovegrove disentangled himself from Pellissier. Here is Elima, now it's Lima. No coincidence that they're enjoying another spell of superiority with Jeff Lima on the field. Here's another penalty. Will they take the 2, I wonder?
Yes. Remembered at the start of the game, they took the 2 points after 5 minutes.
Let's look for the little car. They've pointed at the sticks, all the players. Looks like they're going to take it. And then Jerome Guisset going to send the car out.
I think it's run out of fuel, Eddie.
I think Hull KR's defence might have been desperate. Here it comes. Out comes the kicking tee.
And this is the right option. It should be easy.
I tell you who it's the right option for. It's the right option for Hull KR.
I was going to say exactly that.
They'll be
it doesn't change it, does it?
delighted. Whether the kick goes over or not, they've still got a chance of winning the game.
There's still 2 scores adrift, aren't they? It gives them a good breather.
2 in the bag, Eddie.
I know what you're saying.
That's what they're looking at.
Bird in the hand and all that business, but
yep.
Rovers still have to just score twice and they'll win it. Whether they can is open to question, of course.
And they know they're going to get the kick-off. They're going to get the possession.
Well, not if Hull Kingston Rovers kick it short, contested, and try and win the ball back, which I'm thinking, Mike, at this stage, 50 minutes to go, I think they've got to play that card now.
Oh, they've got to take the short kick-off, yeah, without a doubt.
Bosk puts the ball over the bar. It's 34-24, 10 points in it, down to Brian Carney.
Yeah, Thomas Bosk, you would think would be happy with that. Bernard Gouache, we saw a picture of him. He was delighted, and we have a stand full of delighted kids. All of these took part in a rugby league tournament this morning here in Perpignan. Hundreds of them involved and all been invited to the game today. Well, if it's their first game of professional rugby league and first game of Super League, what a treat they've seen. 58 points so far, and I think more to come in this game. And they could be from Hull Kingston Rovers.
Well, that surprised me. They did not even attempt to go for the short kickoff. Obviously, they feel confident to be able to dislodge the ball.
Well, Olivier and Neville Costigan.
He's thrown one, and that's got to be a penalty.
Oh,
he's giving it the other way. Oh, it's on Costigan.
Well, if you remember Olivier Elema's discipline when we were at Hull to start the season, actually cost his side any chance of winning it, in my opinion. He could have just done it again.
Yep. You go to a 10-point lead and you lose the plot. Now, who started it? That's the cause of it all.
Well, it was a schmozzle, wasn't it? It's probably tiredness and everything else, but then, because he stood in front of him, Olivier wasn't too happy.
Well, I'm not so sure that it was Elima that threw the first punch.
Both touches are on, and the referee is having a word with Thierry Alibert.
This is a massive decision. Massive.
First offence. Okay. First offence, boys.
Penalty goes the other way.
And that is the reason why we have the replay, Eddie. It's important in a game like this.
Stuart, that fair enough?
Well, the video referee's seen the first contact by Costigan and put the penalty the other way, basically reversed the penalty. And you probably see that it's Costigan that's interfering a bit there.
Not happy, Craig Sandercock. He knows it's another 30-odd metres downfield, and they're under so much pressure. The clock is ticking away.
Well, was it Brian McDermott last year who said you get nothing but a good jambon sandwich down in this part of the world?
Nothing wrong with a jambon sandwich.
No, but that's all you get when you're down in this part of the world.
Well, that was my breakfast, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Here is Lima.
What an influence he has on this Catalan side. Smart move by Fresnel bringing back on at a crucial time. Now all Catalan have to do now is just control things and get the kicking game working. They'll probably give Omari Caro.
Great play. Great play by Leon Price. He got the pass away as well to Battieri, and look where they are, the Dragons, and here they get another penalty for offside.
They might as well keep it
Polisi, so
going.
close.
2 points, that's what all they've got to do.
Well, they should take 2 now, surely.
Yeah, of course they will. They're shouting, we want 2.
And Jerome is telling them they want 2. Jerome Guisset, the assistant coach. That was brilliant from Price. He showed it twice, then gave it in centre field to Battieri.
He's been around a long time, but he's still got that magic touch when you certainly need it. They were certainly offside. None of them had gone back over the line.
They're feeling aggrieved, Hull KR, because that penalty decision was reversed up the other end. And this is going back to all this kerfuffle. Now just have a look at Wayman.
Costigan pulls him over, and then when he tries to get up,
Alama dives there, doesn't he, really?
It's Michael Wayman seems to be very close into his arm there, and makes me wonder whether Oliver Elmer is actually reacting to what Wayman's doing to him.
did you suspect the mouth might have been open?
Well, his mouth is certainly very close to his arm, isn't it? Is that what he's reacting to?
Well, either way, they've got the penalty, and now they get another penalty, and this man surely should wrap it up.
Yes, bang in front. This will mean that Rovers have to score 3 times, and they do. So 36-24. I say that group of school children that Brian Carney pointed out, having a great night. There they are. They're enjoying what they're seeing, and what's more, they're out in the bleachers over there. There's no roof above them. Thank goodness it's not raining.
Such an important facet within our game, Eddie, is to encourage so many youngsters, and they've gone for the short one this time.
That's why they don't go for the short one all the time.
Well, at least they had a chance of getting the ball back.
But look where the Catalan Dragons begin this set of 6.
About the same place where they did the last, didn't they, after the penalty they conceded with Alama.
Well, look, we are back with you on the 1st of May, Thursday week. It's Challenge Cup weekend, of course, coming up. Saints London on Thursday, 1st of May, May Day, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. And whoa, look out for that one. Leeds against Wigan on the 2nd of May. And we'll have Catalan Salford for you from here on Saturday, the 3rd of May. 3 great games over the, well, we used to once upon a time call it the May Day bank holiday weekend, don't we? But it's not a bank holiday. It's just 3 fantastic games live on Sky Sports from the First Utility Super League. That's too deep and well claimed by Caro under no pressure this time.
He kept his nerve. He knew. He knows he's been targeted, and it was a pretty high kick as well from Leon Price.
Right, 10 minutes or thereabouts, 9.5 to go. Can Hull Kingston Rovers fashion some sort of a comeback just exactly the same as they did in the first half? Not a knock on.
Well, Travis Burns is attempting here now. He knows they've got one big play in these 6 tackles. They're going to move the ball out wide and attempt to try and create some space, perhaps using Greg Eden's pace at the back. He's had good chances, thrown some good passes for tries.
And this is Netherton again.
Escaré has dropped back, expecting the high kick, the bomb.
Here is Burns. And it's a little kick attempting to find the gap between Millard and Escaré. Only find Millard, and Escaré was hunting the pass that never came.
He looked a bit confused there, didn't he, Morgan Escaré? He thought he should have been getting the pass.
He's got it now from the play of the ball. He'll take the tackle of Liam Salter. Will Salter try and nick it?
He
has nicked it, yes.
Lay on. Well, that was good work, wasn't it, by the centre Salter?
It was.
They've got to come up for it now. Now Escaré is trying to get back. He's not dropping back. Maybe the chip over the top. We saw one from Travis Burns earlier.
Here's Craig Hall, now it's with Greg Eden. Greg Eden is grounded on the far side of the field, 20 metres out. Chris Wellham at dummy half. It comes infield to Hall. Hall then gives it to Jason Netherton. Netherton plays it. Costigan was the runner. Hall gets it. Here's Burns. Burns then to Eden. Eden to Salter. Can they get it out to Gardner? It would have been a walk-in for Gardner, but good defence on show in the end. Eden to Burns, and Burns with a high crossfield kick. Can Wellham claim it? Yes, he can, but it's flicked down, picked up off the deck, and away goes Pomeroy. And Pomeroy puts boot to ball. An invitation for Oldfield. Oldfield's gone without it. Oldfield was held back. Play on, because I think it was a knock-on anyway. So here come the Rovers with Wellham. Here is Costigan. Costigan and over the top of Burns. And it's Jordan Cox, isn't it?
Boy, they did well to get back, did Catalan, into a defensive line. Well, he was going one way, then the other.
Burns and Wayman.
Got a chance here, Eddie. There's a real chance that Hull KR can poke over for a try.
And if they do, look out, because Hodgson at dummy half gives it then to Craig Hall.
Now then, what's Burns got up his sleeve?
Well, they've got 4 tackles, that's for sure, and they're 10 metres away. Short ball from Wayman to Costigan.
Oh,
they've knocked on.
What a tackle by Lima. Jeff Lima just completely put his body on the line there.
An element upsetting Neville Costigan.
He didn't like it. Look at Lima. What a hit. How on earth can you keep possession when you've got a bloke like that coming straight in with the shoulder? Very difficult to... Boom. Look at that.
One of the smallest defenders too, the Elwal Pelissier, the man to ground, 16 on his back. I think some of the tackles he's pulled off today almost defy the size. The men he's hit and hurt really as well, driven them back, forced the ball free, and that has, I think, now added a bit of relief to the home support who sense, as the time ticks down, this could be 2 more competition points and their team are moving up the Super League ladder.
They are. It will be a remarkable turn of events as well, because the other 6 matches also went the way of the home side on this Easter Monday, and here we've got the Dragons leading by 12 points with just less than 6 minutes left for play.
He really works hard, doesn't he, this hooker, Pelissier?
Yes, he does.
He's a real dynamo. Keeps going.
Second release.
Oof. Elima flicking out with the feet. Almost caught Costigan on the chin. And this is Bacheri. Brian, what's it look like from pitch side?
Well, Eddie, you've mentioned it many times in commentary. It's getting tasty out there, but the thing that's winning this game for Catalan Dragons is their defence. When they've been broken, they've scrambled back and they've got back in a line. They've conceded 50 points on average in the first 5 games of the season, of course winning none of those. And recently in their last 5 games have won 4 of those. Well, I'll tell you what, it's gone all the way down to 20 points. I know they've conceded 24 tonight, but that's a significant improvement. Whether or not all that was down to Bernard Gouache, I don't know, but that's certainly an improvement in their defence, and it's given them, I think it's given them this game now.
Well, 5 minutes to go, maybe.
I think there are a dozen teams in Super League who are glad that they weren't selected to come and play here today. You know, if you hit the Dragons at the wrong time of the year, they're virtually impossible to beat on this ground. Hull KR here now with a penalty though, still hoping. 1 try is all they need to get excited. Ball stripped free, the kick into the corner. Can Travis Burns magic a play over the line?
Well, I wonder whether he can.
Well, they're capable, especially with Travis Burns in and around the play of the ball area.
This, though, is Jordan Cox on the first drive towards the line.
I think Burns wants a quick ball, long ball, and he's going to get it.
Here is Burns, and gets it away pretty quickly to Craig Hall. And no, it wasn't. It was Jason Netherton, I beg your pardon. This is Greg Eden. 3 metres short of the line, plays it to Salter. Here's Wayman. Nick Wayman takes it forward again, but once more it's solid Dragons defence. Hodgson, Burns, this is Hall. Oh, there's men on the overlap wide for Hall. He's dropped it.
Penalties, he's pinched it. Oh, no. Well, I thought for one moment, I thought it was pinched.
Well, he thinks it's pinched as well, but the referee disagrees. And it was knocked out, definitely. 2 on 1.
2 on 1. They have been badly done to the Rovers.
Well, the call has come from the touch on the far side. He said the first knock-on was by Hulkington Rovers, but you can see there it's after the collision that the ball's pulled out. You know, that should have been a penalty to Hulkington Rovers.
Well, he will again feel like the gods have conspired against him.
But it looks like they're going to get a defeat, Eddie. But
it does.
When he looks at the
defeat with Valour, though.
Yeah, they've come back from 16-0 down.
Yep.
They were looking down the barrel of a very, very big score. Okay, you know, 36 points is a lot to concede. But it could have been twice that.
I think the loss of Justin Poore has well affected them. They've been brave, haven't they, in defence? They've scored 24 points here. It's a decent effort in his second game over Easter without Justin Poore. And they're playing against a French team who just have some momentum behind them at present.
And remember, they had to travel to the UK on Thursday. They were in London against the Broncos. It was a pretty physical and emotionally draining local derby for Hull KR.
What a great kick from Leon Price. He's had one of the better game, probably the best game he's had this season. He's been instrumental in creating the tries, making the break, and the kick there just about sealed it.
And he's the home team's man of the match. His image has been flashed up on the screen here. Leon Price.
Well, Scott Durrell's pre-match prediction wasn't wrong, was it? He obviously is aware of how influential and important still Leon Price is to the Dragons side, and still got it. He's still got it.
The thing is that when they needed it, and that Rovers had taken the lead, you needed something exceptional, and it was Leon Price.
This fella's had a big game for Rovers, though, Burns. Yeah. He really has. Jordan Cox didn't like the attention from Vincent Duport. High again off the boot of Craig Hall. Millard fumbled it backwards. Escaré will pick it up.
There's been a lot of verbals out there.
Yes, there have.
Not much love left between these two sides. And it still could erupt. There's a few squared-ups looking at each other.
1.5 minutes remaining. Catalan Dragons have won. So for the first time, Lawrence Freycinet has picked up 4 consecutive wins in the League and Cup this run for the first time in his fledgling coaching career. He'll be delighted with this. There he is, the Catalan Dragons coach, making his way down to ground level, and here comes Escaré, fed by Bosk. They arrived at the very physical shape of Michael Wayman.
He's had a big game as well, hasn't he? He really puts himself about.
And Bosk with a drop goal, which just seals the win 100% for the Catalan Dragons. The newcomers to the game delighted.
Tremendous stuff. He knew it, just rubs the salt in the wound. He's back to his best. Good control, good follow through. That seals it. It's the icing on the cake.
And Bernard Gouache looks fairly happy and contented now as well, as do they. Flags are raised, and it'll be a big night in Perpignan for the locals.
I think both sets of players have had enough, haven't they, here now? They've taken as long and content that they've tried as hard as they can, Hull KR, but that's as close as they'll come to a win here.
Well, 1 or 2 of the Rovers players sink to their knees in disappointment. It was a terrific battle, and he was at the forefront of it, Leon Price. Some lovely touches, rolling back the years. He didn't get over the trial on himself, but he had a hand in several of them. and the Catalan Dragons win in the end by 37 points to 24. But it is a brave Hulkingston Rovers effort that comes up absolutely empty. Right, let's get down to Brian and John.
Thanks very much, Eddie. Yes, a brave effort in the first half. They were leading then. Again in the second half after an Omari Caro try. Brought them back in the game, John.
Yeah, only for KR to re-establish that lead. It's Greg Eden's movement here that makes the try. We've been critical of him in the past. Look how it pulls in Pomeroy, the front line runners. Eden's movement creating the overlap. Amari Caro in. We've been critical of Greg Eden. I have. Certainly in terms of the mistakes that he comes up with, that's what he does naturally very well. Then Oldfield's try to put Catalan back in front. KR fighting at this stage to keep the heat on. So credit to Neville Costigan, despite what happened later on in the game, to put himself right in the right place at the right time. And that, by the way, is under plenty of fatigue as well.
And then the try scoring machine, Elliot Whitehead.
Yeah, he's had an outstanding season, has he? I think Boss Kick needs some credit as well, doesn't he? Because he picked out the right square metre on the field where he could do as much damage as possible, and Elliot Whitehead was the guy who obliged, and a good value for that victory.
We can hear from the man of the match now. Leon Price is with Graham Beecroft.
Well, Leon, many congratulations. Great fight back twice.
Yeah, obviously we started well, and then we let them back into the game. You know, fair play to all that came over here to play. It's a tough turnaround for them boys having to come over here on Easter Monday, but it's the same for our boys, so we're pleased with the fight and the mental toughness that we showed out there today.
And you're building up a good head of steam at the moment as well.
Yeah, well, we needed to after our start to the season, which was, you know, unacceptable performances by the team, and we've really turned it around, and we're starting to find some energy, and we're starting to work for each other, which is pleasing.
Thanks for joining us, Leon. Thank you.
Yeah, as I say, rolling back the years tonight, Leon Price rested last week in the game against London and here today and playing his full part in this 37 points to 24 win for the Catalan Dragons. 2 from Oldfield and Whitehead, Escaré, Millard. Bosk was pretty good with the boot, and he also got the drop goal at the end. 2 from Caro, 1 from Eaton and Cox, and almost 10,000 here. So 10 rounds gone for most other than Wigan and Widnes, and this is the way the table looks. Leeds have hit the front, Castleford up to second, Saints down to third, Wigan fourth, Widnes up to fifth. They're just 5 points off the top. Hull in the top 6, Huddersfield and Warrington. That's the way the top 8 placings figure at the moment. Hull KR then are